Hey guys, this is Christ169 coming to you live. I'm outside Clark's Athletic Club. I'm going to be going to my gym on here. Before I do that, I want to do a quick upload. I've been reading reports that the RTX 3050 and the RTX 4050 is going to have 6 gigabytes of VRAM. DDR6. 6 gigabytes of video memory on a 4050. It's kind of hard to keep a straight face and do this with a straight face and not laugh a little bit and not wonder what the hell are they doing over there in the video. I have like I said last night, this morning, I have a 3070, RTX 3070. Okay? I have a 3070. I like it a lot. But even I've grown very impatient with this situation with Nvidia. Now I'm gonna talk it over with my brother-in-law and sister about going into AMD or looking into AMD, because right now it's raining outside, by the way, but as of right now I don't see a point of having a Nvidia card, because if you wait to go buy a 40 series card, if you don't buy a 4070 or above, you're wasting your money. And the 4050 are going to cost about the same or a little bit more than the 3050. It's already been pretty much of a laughing stock card. If it came out with maybe $199 or or $299, but maybe a little better, because the CUDA cores are decent on a 3050. The VRAM is 8 gigabytes, so you're paying a premium product price and getting a 6 gigabyte V card for a 40 series card, where games now are requiring easy 10 gigs or more just to run and recommended, or this kind 4K. We're not talking about recommended setting. We're not discussing, guys, recommended settings right now. 4K settings. We're not even saying it's going to be recommended. But if it's a case, I'm really considering going into AMD and buying a AMD, Radeon graphics card. Only because I don't understand what the hell they're doing. Nvidia has lost their way, or they just don't give a damn anymore. Are they intentionally trying to say, hey, gamers don't care about you anymore? Because you would think 3050, you usually have 3050, 30, that's all, folks. The 4050, 4060, 4060 Ti should be no less than 10 gigabytes of VRAM. Okay? 10 gigs of VRAM should be minimum on the 40 series cards. If you want to do 30 series, you want to do 4050 at 8 gigs VRAM, 30, 4060 at 10, 4060 Ti is 11 or whatever. You want to do crap like that, fine. I don't care. But 6 and 8 for the current generation is a slap in the face, where you can go out and get a RTX, not RTX, but a RX XT 6700 XT for a cheaper price than 3070. And yes, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles on it. It's not as graphically appealing. But when you need the VRAM and you need that VRAM stuff, that VRAM is there. Okay? The VRAM is there. The thing that has like 11 or 12. I think it's 12 or whatever gigabytes of VRAM. It's more than enough to run 1440p games. More than enough to run, everything you need. More than enough. And yet, Nvidia can't be bothered with, get the peasant gamers something. If they're going to make the 40 series 60, 40 series 50s, the budget build ones, and charge only maybe not even half the price of the 3060s, or half the price of the 3050s, then I say, yeah, okay, well, fine. It makes sense. If you can't afford it, it makes sense. It is what it is. But I guarantee you, people are not going to be buying that thing right there, buying that thing right there, buying that thing like that, and going into this. Okay? They're not going to be buying this, going into this, with the mindset of buying a 40 series card, knowing it's going to be 30, going to be same price as a 3060 or 3050 and have way less capable card. People are just not going to do it. Okay? People are just not going to waste that kind of money on a card like that. They're not going to waste the kind of money on a card knowing very well that they're getting less and paying the same amount or more for it. This needs to be addressed. And if it is true that the 3050 getting 6 gigabytes of VRAM, or the 4050, damn it, the 4050, 6 gigs, why in the hell are you going to run out and go buy a 40 series card then? I think what they're doing is they're getting people ready because they're going to stop production of 30 series cards and force you to buy the 40 series cards. I'm getting to be pretty much done with AMD right now. Because 8 gigabytes of VRAM is not going to be enough to run a lot of these games. Now granted, most people play 1080p still. But eventually, I'm going to get a 2K monitor, 4K monitor, or whatever like that. And if I can't play the game at 4K, then why the hell do I have a 3070? Or 3080, or 3070 Ti, or 3090? When these games are going to be eating up so much VRAM. The Last of Us Part 1 is unoptimized. Let's say 2 years from now, games are like this, normally. Because they require a more beefier VRAM to run. So everybody, including myself, be having trouble with that situation. With the situation at hand. With the situation at hand. Knowing that what's going on is not considered normal. Is not considered normal. So the optimization issues with The Last of Us could be problematic, but could be things to come problematic. Where we're seeing the true intentions of these games not working well with a 3070, 3060, 3060 Ti, 3050, 3090, maybe 3090. But the VRAM is spiking. It could be because it could be by design, or it could be the game's not 100% optimized and it sucks. And it could be too. It could be either. It could be a yin and the yang. But until you know for sure exactly what it is, I can't put my egg say, well, it's all because the game's not optimized. Really? Because are you sure it's not because this is what they think the foretell things to come? Where playing a game on meme settings requires, damn freaking 12 gigabytes of VRAM memory. If you got 8 or 10, you're pretty much SOL. So is that what we're doing now? Is that how we're playing this now? So it's easy for me to say this. and you too as well. But what bothers me the most about this situation is that I love my 3070 and I have a 1080p monitor, but if I get a 2K monitor, I got to back on mind and wonder, if I buy Last of Us Part 1, would Last of Us Part 2 be the same thing? How about the new Witcher game comes out, if it does come out? How about the new Uncharted games? How about the new Tomb Raider games? What about the new Battlefield games? Call of Duty, if you're that kind of thing. New Halos. How is this going to work? Now, you can't run down to, you can't call up Nvidia like you can call up AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile. I need to upgrade my data plan. You can't call, upgrade your VRAM. I need that. Yeah, give me that $10, that 10 gigabyte VRAM deal. Oh, $10 more. Okay, cool. Put it on the count there. You don't have that. If it is not built inside in the card, you're screwed. And I think 8 gigabytes VRAM is becoming the new 6, and we're going a lot faster than what people thought we were going to go. A lot of PC insiders thought it would be almost probably 10 years before we start seeing the VRAM, minimum changing from 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to, Scrooge's money bank becoming a financial way to buy. But we're seeing that fast because games are becoming more and more explosions and bullets and Hogwarts Legends, and Battlefield is even getting better and better, but it's requiring more and more VRAM now. See, with the game of Battlefield 2042, I noticed it that I played on very high and ultra settings. My game runs really well. I play at high settings, runs even better. I got a 1080p monitor and a 3070. Now, could I upgrade to a 3080? Yeah, I could have. If I find one decent price, I might do that. I got 10 gigabytes of VRAM. Hey, I'm cool. But now we're worrying about VRAM now. We're not worried about the size of our cases holding things. We're worried about how much VRAM do we have and if it's going to be enough. But with 3050s being 8 gigabytes, the 4050s being 60 gigabytes, you can't play much games with 6 gigabytes VRAM. I don't care how low you go in your settings. If you're going to buy a 40 series card, you want the big gun, you want the big stuff, you want the explosions and ray tracing and lifelike hair and see a hair. You almost want to see skin come out, or hair being hair moving really lightly. You want to see the utmost about that. You want to see it all. What you don't want is have to hear, okay, we're doing this, that, and the other, but with sacrifices VRAM, I can only play in low settings, 1080p. Well, that's great and fun and sweet and all for the budget build there. If you're like a enthusiast who wants latest and greatest, you went out there and go buy a 40 series card. Now outside your cable's melting practically on you. Yes, you have a good series card, but Nvidia is doing something weird. Okay. And it needs to be addressed. We're talking about cases, card ain't fitting cases now. We're talking about VRAM being an issue now. Now, it's not about the cards not fitting in the cases. But we're more worried about now how much VRAM we're going to get out of these cards. You see how it tied the turn? No longer I have to have my thing sitting, jerry-rigged in there. Now you're worried about, okay, does this card have much VRAM so I can play the games I want to play? Even with Last of Us being a VRAM hog right now because it's unoptimized. How many more goes we're going to have at this until the VRAM issues catch up with all of us? Doesn't matter if you have a 3070, 3070 Ti, 3080. If you don't have 15 gigabytes of VRAM or more, you can't play this game ultra settings at 2K or 1080p eventually. Probably 2K, 4K. But if you can live with it and you're okay with 8 GB VRAM and you want to do 1080p, fine. But why are you buying a 40 series card? Just buy a 30 series card. Buy a 2080. And super, and just live with that. But I don't think you're going to do that because it's going to not be updated probably very soon. Again, I guess. I guarantee they can start cutting updates for the 20 series cards eventually. When that happens, and those cards will go pretty much, be done because you can't play much games with them. Well, I know you're going to play old games with them. But anyway, though, my thought on this, guys, is what you think about this. Are you pissed off like I am? If you're a PC Sata, if you're a PC enthusiast, are you happy about the 40 series card being out so soon, or you're like me, kind of mad that they rushed? They rushed the they beat their trying to play a game, beat the clock to get the things out there. Are you upset that the VRAM has become more talked about than the size of the graphics cards? Are you upset that now we're hearing that these cards are going to be a lot less powerful technically with the VRAM, but cost the same or more than their predecessors? How do you feel by that? Or you like me and you're kind of happy with what you have, but you're kind of wondering, are you going to switch over to, Team AMD or Intel eventually? Like, subscribe, notifications down, ring that bell, guys. Tell your comment down below. Text them, type them, slam your face on the ground. What are you gonna do? Text them, type them, use the force, or slam your face in the keyboards down below. Tell me how you feel by that. I need to know. I want to know, because really right now it's very important for all of us, including me and you, to know what in the hell Nvidia is doing. Yeah, so this video is over. Upload's complete. Thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you for the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for all the things you've done. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Be safe. Christ be with you.